make sure.
Is the mic? Did we test the mic?
Yeah, mic's good.
Okay. It's on. We're fine.
Don't mention the clock. That might have been too late.
God, dude. Oh,
It's alright. Nick T's computer's like 10 seconds ahead of mine.
All right, let me know when we're live.
We're live.
Yeah, we're live.
There's a shirtless guy on your screen.
I know. That was the ad, bro.
Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. And welcome back to another episode of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy 8's. This is episode 56. Another Ohdo bites the dust. I want to thank all of you guys for coming in. This is going to be a wild episode because episode 56 was in turn a wild episode. And I am joined by two wonderful human beings, two people on this podcast, Calibro, Nick T. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing
good, man.
Good.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
We got three great people.
We've got two great people here. We do not, again, Pete is going to be out until further notice. He's just super busy with life. He's watching the episodes, but he's just super busy with things going on. So nothing bad, but he will be out for a little bit. So we hope to have Pete back soon. It might not be until June, but Pete should be returning soon.
Which is sooner than you think. I mean, that's
it's like 3 episodes. So
Yeah.
like it won't be that bad. And then Dredger just wasn't able to make it kind of last second tonight. So no worries there. But Dredger obviously did the watch along with me. And man, 56 was something. So I want to thank all of you guys for joining us here. Once again, I've checked the numbers. The #1 most watched and listened to Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush podcast in the world. So that's all because of you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This podcast is also available on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. Check it out. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a follow. Give it a like. I'm not sure how a lot of those platforms work, but it definitely would help the production. So thank you so much for that, and thank you for being a part of this night. We appreciate it, as always. Wherever you are in this world. I want to thank everyone who donated or super chatted in last week's episode. A huge thank you to Ice Aiden, Crystal Colden, Electric Kevin, Thatman666, Philip Rosewood, Gravity Hero, Pick Rick, Angie, Dark Emperor J, Limestone, Pink Penguin, and a special thank you to Angie, and Natalie Lopez, I combined their names, who both super chatted very generous amounts last week. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. That stuff does go right back into the production of the channel. I think actually I've been in touch with someone who's done some Yu-Gi-Oh! Editing, might be hiring like a part-time editor to help me out with some videos. Yeah, they're very good. Their budget is also, what they like charge is kind of within my budget. It's a little more, but like for that, it'd be worth it. Yeah. So again, you guys allow me to do that. It should in turn produce more quantity on the channel. And before we get into 56, I do want to give an update on my health. Obviously this week, this is my 3rd straight night of streaming. Can't remember the last time I streamed 3 straight nights. It's probably been like a month and a half or so. And you can tell by my voice, I actually am doing pretty good. So it's actually been very good. It's only been a week since I've been on the medication. I've only been using the night guard to help with the TMJ disorder for about 3 or 4 nights, but I definitely am noticing an improvement. Cut out coffee, cut out caffeine, have been on medicine. So it's been very good. The sheesh test, the sheesh would always go first.
Sheesh!
Oh, sheesh! I mean, that would be gone for days.
Sheesh!
And the fact that I streamed I streamed for 2 hours last night as well. Good sign. So, I can feel a little discomfort even now talking, but it's not to the same extreme that it was. So definitely getting better in that regard, which is really cool. And the speech pathologist visit is in 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Man, oh man, a lot of references, a lot of Easter eggs, a carding that Dredger on this podcast last week said, if they card this character, the writers are crazy.
And they're crazy.
And not in a bad way, just crazy they are just doing some unexpected, nutty stuff. I'll tell you something. I think it's hilarious that literally 2 Wednesdays ago, we all sat here, the 3 of us and Dredger, and we were talking about the possibility of this arc being Yuhi's arc.
We thought.
This arc potentially being the arc where Yuhi defeats Phaser. That is what we were saying
That's what we
on this podcast 2 weeks ago. And 2 weeks later, really a week and a half later, Yugioh is carded. He is gone, probably for the remainder of this arc.
That much I don't know about.
You think he's going to come back before the end of the arc? The arc, not the season.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I have my theories. I have my theories on what's going on because we also learned that maximums are made from the IDs of carded people. Yeah. I think that was very heavily implied, pretty much confirmed, which is crazy. So I have an idea of where they're going with this, but I'll wait on that. Generally speaking about the episode, hated it, liked it, loved it. Nick T, I'll start with you. I mean, what did you think about the episode?
I loved it. It kind of kept me on my toes the whole time. It was kind of a roller coaster, honestly, for an episode as straightforward as it was. Just the fact that, Ron, sort of, saw Yugioh as, I don't know what she saw in him, but what she wanted to give him. Was it Yugioh's card? Was it? I don't know. And I feel like it gave us a lot of questions. The Yugioh getting blinded, and then the throwback to the Nanaho clan.
I thought
it was really cool. And and every now and then, there's always a duel that really just keeps me on my toes. And this one, I was on the edge of my seat. I don't know how, was he gonna, pull this one off? Was he not? And in the end, he didn't. Yeah. But I honestly, genuinely did not know until the moment it ended.
No, well, and that's why this duel was so fascinating, because I usually write down the voting percentages, but I think 48% of chat picked Yugioh.
Yeah.
I think 25 picked draw no result, and another 7 or picked Tremolo. Even our group, 3 draw no results. You picked Yugioh to win. I was the only one who picked Tremolo. That's how split.
We were very split.
Yeah, of a duel it was. You couldn't see Yugioh losing because you couldn't see him getting carded. And nobody could. I didn't think he was going to get carded. I picked Tremolo. I felt Tremolo had to win. I did not think Yugioh was going to get carded.
For the most part, that was something we all agreed on, despite having
all
different
agreed
answers.
on
We're
it.
no, he's not going to get carded, though.
Yeah.
He did.
It just seemed like his character and him being the way that he was such a focal point of this arc that it's still crazy to me that they killed him off.
I know.
5 episodes into it?
Yeah.
That he was someone who was affected the most, was carrying on Yugioh's final words. I felt like he was going to be a major player in this arc. And to just yank him like that, it's a bold, unexpected decision. Caliber, what were your thoughts, generally speaking, on the episode?
I love the episode. I thought it was great. I think they did a really good job. It was almost like he's starting to find himself, and I feel like that always happens in shows where the character, right before a character dies or symbolically dies. Here, it's right beforehand they start to kind of realize who they really are.
Yeah.
He starts to kind of be a little fun loving again, and then he's just I know what my road is, and it's not that, and just boom, carded, dead. I thought it was set up so well, and again, prior to, I was there's no way they're getting, neither one of them can get carded right now. It doesn't really, for me, it made no sense. I couldn't see the direction, but, I love it. I love that they went this route in carding Yugioh, even if it kind of puts him down a little bit, maybe as a character for now. He has kind of more of a character to build in him still. I feel like he didn't really kind of redeem himself and go full circle yet. So I think whenever
he's on his way, though. I don't know.
No, he's on his way.
He kind of shined this episode.
No, he really did. But I'm saying, as a whole, for the rest of the show, there's still ways for him to go to really being one of the better, I guess, protagonists. Because right now he, at least in my opinion, is definitely third if you count Udius, Yugioh. Mm-hmm. He's solidified the third spot right now for me.
For sure.
But this did him I thought it did him good justice, but not wow, Yuhi's all the kind of bad episodes or bad things Yugioh did didn't really kind of get redeemed yet.
I'll tell you something. The writers once again are telling everyone we have no problem at all killing off your favorite characters. Yeah. Udius would be becoming a shirt. We didn't know it at the time, but looking back at it in hindsight after the Yugioh creator stuff, he was dead.
He was dead.
Those 5, 6, 7 episodes, he was dead. The main character was dead for that long of a time period. And now Yuhi as well. We saw it with the protagonist of 7's. We've seen it with Go Hyuna. In a span of 4 episodes, by the way. The last 30 days of episodes, we've seen Yuga, Yuhi, and Go Hyuna all carded. Gone.
Insane.
So they have
a power move, honestly.
It is. And probably at this point, the most notable character that has not, suffered death is Yuumu. Yeah. And I think the clock is ticking for her, unfortunately.
She's on the chopping block.
Yeah, but we'll talk more about that, of course, in a little bit. My general thoughts on the episode, I wanted to do a review for it, decided not to because I'm still trying to be a little more light with my voice, but I really, really liked it. Every time I feel like Go Rush has kind of hit its storytelling peak, it either stays at that level or it even raises the bar a little bit for me because this episode until the very end, as you said, kept you guessing.
Yep.
Not only, and maybe some people will say in hindsight, oh, it was so predictable who was going to win. 50% of people that voted last week thought he was going to win. So I don't want to hear the narrative that, it was so obvious Tremolo was going to win. I don't think it wasn't.
It was very split.
Yes, it was very split. A lot of people thought draw no result as well, which was viable. But even at the very end, how many times in Yu-Gi-Oh have we seen it where a duelist is about to lose and someone else takes the punishment?
Of course.
Ron gave Yuhi the out.
Yeah.
Said, I'll take, we don't even know if it would work, but you run, I'll take the bullet, the thing will card me, whatever.
I need you to take this card and go.
Exactly. And when that happens, we're like, all right, Yuhi is going to have to deal with the guilt of losing another person to carding, like he did with Yuga, like he did with Go Hyuna, and Yuhi just puts his 2 feet in the ground, sticks him in, and says, no, this is my road, this is my destiny, I've got to get carded here. And that was crazy. And so Yuhi, up until the very moment of him getting carded, I was like, he's not getting carded. You'll watch my reaction, it's on the channel. He's not getting carded. No, he got carded. I mean, it was just... it's just that unexpected tinge that is so good. And on top of that, it's the little moments in this episode for me. The Gakugen callback was one of the most direct Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's callbacks.
Those shots were exactly...
They were exact.
Yeah, they were exact.
So the Gakugen callback, I would argue maybe is the most direct callback we've had to Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's outside of Yuga. I think it's the most direct one-for-one callback.
Because it wasn't like I don't think it was a redrawn scene.
No, I think it was a shot from that episode where Gakuto dueled Nail. I think that's where we got the backstory.
Yeah, we did.
And that was totally unexpected. So that was, but that would make sense because it's in her distant past as well.
Right.
So for the Go Rush characters, it's 200 years ago. For 7's, it's 500 years ago. I'm just throwing out numbers.
Yeah.
We don't know the numbers, but it works. It works continuity-wise. Yeah. So the Gakugen was great. Tremolo as a character, we'll talk more about him as well and the role he played. So I'm not gonna, but I liked him a lot.
Yeah.
And then Power Bond, I gotta spend a little bit of a moment here because they're hyping up a card. They keep the audience guessing, and we all think it's Fusion, right? Okay, he's looking for Fusion. He's looking for Fusion, and then we see it's Power Bond. And for those of you that watched Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Power Bond has such a tie-in with Cyber Dragons. It has such a tie-in with Hellkaiser, Zane Truesdale. And it has such a tie-in with the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX anime because it's such it's one of the most iconic non-protagonist cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Didn't Sho try to use it?
Yeah. And Zane was like, "You're not ready for this card," and so Tremolo says, "Wow, you're clearly not ready for that card." Yeah. That to me was definitely a callback to GX and the relationship that Zane and Cyrus had. So even that was so well done. So there were so many just great references like that, and also twin telepathy. Yuumu got the feeling that this duel was beginning. Which is very interesting. Did she get a feeling when Yuhi was defeated and carded? Like, does she low-key know that something bad happened to Yuhi? Because she got the feeling when the duel started. So it makes me think that maybe she might know what happened here. But if she doesn't, we got some good dramatic irony here where Udius, Yuumu, all these characters don't know that Yuhi has been another victim of the Phaser brothers, of the Relic. And the mystery of the Relic and the brothers continues because, there's also a huge secret.
Yeah, right.
Now the big debate here, and actually we'll transition. There's so much to get into. This episode was crazy. There's so much to get into. Do you believe, and in chat you can answer as well, do you believe the secret was that what was the
Maximums?
That the Maximums are used. Thank you. That the Maximums are carded people, or do you think the secret is separate from that? I think the secret is separate from that.
Oh no, I think it's separate because of something Yuhi said earlier in the episode, where he feels like there's a shadow behind MIK, and Ron assumes that he thinks it's because it's Phaser. But no, there's definitely something. He's like, I'm so close.
I mean,
I'm so close. He says
the creator.
It's the creator.
Right. I mean, unless they're going to introduce another, like, puppet master that's not the creator. I don't think they will. There's no need for it.
We already have someone who's shrouded in mystery.
And again, these crazy, insanely powerful brothers come out of nowhere. Right after the war ends, right after Yugioh and Udius break the curse of the creator to battle endlessly.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah.
I mean, it just makes too much sense for the creator to then aggressively go after Earth.
Yep. A shadow behind... Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I mean, yeah. So you think it's separate from the Maximum secret?
Yes, even though I think on top of it, that secret is there as well. Like, that's also important. But I think the true secret is that.
Yeah. Caliber, what did you make of it?
I tend to agree. I think that it is something more than just the cards and the IDs and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it would necessarily be a bad thing if that is the secret. Like, I still think like that being the secret to our characters is still going to be a mind-blowing, like, fascinating thing that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I think either way they go with that, like, it still plays very well.
Fair.
Which is good.
One thing about the episode that I was disappointed on.
Okay.
It's gonna happen. When Yuga said those words to Yuhi at the end of 53 and how they shadowed it, I was hoping it would be a little more.
I did too. What did he say? It's
it was a very generic cliche line.
It's on you now.
It's up to you now.
It's okay.
It was actually so underwhelming that me and Dredger didn't even catch it when we were doing the reaction.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And people in chat were like, "Oh no, like that was revealed."
That was what he said,
and I was like, "Really?" And like I had to rewatch the episode after. It's very cliche.
Like something.
Some piece of information or something maybe a little deeper than that.
Well, he could have, and that could have just been the only part they gave us. Like, what if he gave him the plan and said, "Okay, it's up to you now," and that's just the only thing they gave us.
But that's like that was like the shot.
Yeah,
I hope.
I don't think so. But I will say, in defense of them,
not like it does, it kind of misses.
In defense of it, to play devil's advocate on my own disappointment with it, at least they revealed it only like 4 episodes later. They didn't build it up for the rest of the arc.
True.
You know, it's almost like, okay, we're not really going anywhere with this.
Yeah.
Let's just reveal it right now. And because I thought it was going to be something
why don't hype it when it doesn't need to be hyped?
Exactly.
Yeah,
so at least like looking back at 53, like that was the big secret. Like, oh, what did he say? Like, this is Yuga. He's got to say something super like profound and meaningful. Yeah. You know, even something like you know, it goes beyond MIK. Something like that would have been like crazy cool. Yeah. So
even if it's like this is just the start. Like, you know, anything like that where it's like, oh, there's more.
Yeah,
like,
something.
I was expecting something mysterious, but
yeah.
I guess the only thing that we can take from it is that like it does put like a burden on Yuhi
absolutely
to stand his ground.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
Which is like cool. That much I like.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, okay, like there was this weight. There's been this weight on Yuhi for as long as for an indeterminate amount of time.
Yeah.
And like that's a lot to put on a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
100%.
And now you see what happened.
And is he going to step up to the plate? And now this episode was the time.
Yeah,
he thought about those words. It's like it is on me, and he stood his ground. And I thought that makes it okay.
Yeah,
it wasn't underwhelming.
Yeah, he took his carding like an adult. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, that is crazy. I want to talk about the guy on the other side of it, Tremolo.
Yes.
This is really his formal debut.
Yeah.
Yes.
We see how much admiration, probably to a toxic degree, he has for his older brother.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
What did you make of his character?
A little unhinged.
Yeah, a little unhinged.
Very unhinged.
A little unhinged.
Very unhinged.
There is a sense of fear of his brother in the sense that he has like that much admiration. I don't know. There's definitely something.
He's over admirable towards him because he actually fears the heck out of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it could be a dynamic like that.
I think his character's pretty cool. I have to say it. I hate that he calls his cards cuties. It's unnerving. And not in like a ooh, that's unnerving. It gives like a stop.
No, it's a it's what makes them even more unhinged.
Yeah.
Because like you assume he's talking to the cards like they're like people from his past or something
okay,
like
sure.
that they've like
you call everyone from your past cuties?
No, like that they've like taken out. I mean. And like those are his instead of calling them like his victims, he calls them his cuties.
No, I agree with that because it's creepy, but the context of it is he's like mocking the humans or the aliens that he defeated and is carded, and he's now using for maximum fodder. Like when you look at it from that angle, like it's disturbing.
Yeah. That's how I saw it, and that's why I was like, it is very. That's why I'm saying he's so unhinged.
Yeah,
like,
he is.
He's definitely very unhinged.
He plays, I think, a very good foil. I don't know if foil's the right word, but a secondary villain to Phaser, to his older brother. Yeah. Very, very good because they're both similar, I think, in the sense of being not unfazed, unhinged. But they're different. They definitely are different. Where Phaser seems more like we've got to get this done, like this way. Yeah. Like Tremolo is just whatever my brother says I'm gonna do.
He's like, and that's also crazy. Creepy. He's like the crazy sidekick that like every villain has. Yeah. Like that one guy that is just like will do anything, no questions asked, and so you just wondering like why are they doing that?
Yeah, right? Yeah, like that kind of obedience can be dangerous.
Yeah, super dangerous.
They'll do anything it takes to follow orders.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if his older brother Phaser is the love and respect mutual, or does his older brother Phaser manipulate Tremolo? That'll be fascinating to see because we don't know much about their dynamic other than Tremolo loves his older brother. But that's it. I also think Tremolo's going around the horn here. I think he's beaten Yugioh. I think he's going to duel Yuumu, and I think he's going to duel Udius. I think he's going to duel all three of the Ohdo.
Before we even get to Phaser.
Wow. I think Tremolo's going to defeat Yuumu. Yeah. And then Udius will take him down.
I don't think that's a bold. I think that's like a good take.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. They're very particular at good foreshadowing. Yeah. The opening shows Udius dueling Tremolo. So to me, that's immediately shown in the opening.
Yeah, we know that.
And then the way they kicked off this season, episode 52, Yuumu saves Udius from Tremolo and all the MIK agents, and Tremolo just goes, "Man, I really want her. Like, I want to go after her." Well, that was foreshadowed too.
The leader of that resistance, essentially.
Right. Yeah. So I think he's dueling all three of these characters, and to be able to duel Udius, I think he probably needs to beat Yuumu. But that would be crazy if not even the main villain of the arc kills off both of the Ohdo siblings. I mean, that's nuts. Yeah. Ohdo twins.
It set us up well for how formidable of opponents we have. Where the second in command is the one like wiping everyone out.
They've been built up super well, dude.
Yeah, they're doing it really
They've been built up so well. And even Manabu is like a low-key, like kind of threat. Because even inadvertently, he was the reason Go Hyuna's a card right now.
That's true.
I don't know if threat is the right word, but you wonder how far
hazard maybe.
Hazard is a better word because how far is Manabu gonna go, thinking that he's doing it for the good of everyone?
We're just getting manipulated.
Where he's being, and he knows he's being manipulated, but also like Manabu's fascinating, right? Because Phaser, he has to know.
They know. Yeah.
He's letting Neanderstar, who's an alien, who allegedly they hate aliens, he's letting her stay in that position for some purpose. So like Manabu is a hazard for that reason too, because he might communicate to this group and they might get caught because of it. Yeah. Because he's keeping a constant eye on Manabu. Yeah. So like the way they've built up our three MIK leaders right now in Phaser, in Manabu, and in Tremolo, brilliantly done. The first half of this arc. Yeah. Brilliantly done. Where they all feel like formidable opponents and threats 100%. That our heroes need to take out. And it's not going to be an easy time taking them out, especially when you look at the maximums. The maximum factor. Yeah. Yeah. Man. Did Power Bond mean, I know you didn't watch GX. Did it mean anything to you? You watched early GX. So
yeah, I've already got to the point where it's like, it was significant. It took me a second for it to click. I was like, oh, that is interesting. Mm-hmm. Like a true throwback. And even, to your point, Tremolo like saying like, you're not ready for that card. Like, you don't even know how to use it. It's straight up. Like, I mean, like.
Straight up.
Yeah, dude. That was the whole. I trash on Show all the time, maybe.
Rightfully so.
Yes, rightfully so. But that episode was good for him in the fact that he, there was a lot of building there where his brother was like, I don't think you're not ready for this. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that callback was very powerful, except the outcome was a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a very cool callback.
It was. Dormammu also saves the day at the end, so that's cool. Dormammu. Yeah. Also, it shows Dormammu is still so young and innocent that Dormammu doesn't really understand what's going on.
Not at all.
Because Dormammu who loves Yuhi, has no negative reaction to Yuhi getting carded.
Dormammu I don't think has a concept of mortality.
Right. Yeah. No, definitely not. So and that's fascinating because Dormammu, I still feel like has a role to play in this story with how powerful of an entity they are.
Dormammu around for fun.
That amount of power just floating around. Doing nothing.
Absolutely. Literally. So Dormammu's role is interesting, and the fact that they are kind of unaffected by really intense stuff
because
they can't process it is a little scary.
It is a little scary.
It is a little scary.
Yeah, which means
it shows the immaturity there. Yeah, and that's going to be, I think, a factor down the road.
And is that something we will?
But Dormammu did save the day and saved Ron-Ron's life.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Which was really cool, and I thought it was cute. When Dormammu brought the cards, and they were like, "Oh, well, yeah, I've been praised." But there is something interesting about Dormammu and the fact that it seemed like the Earth Damar was very evolving very rapidly, but over the course of the last episodes of the last season, and now in the past, now we say 2 years because and that's what Yuhi established since his last time dueling.
Yeah.
No progress, it seems. So maybe is Dormammu the final form?
Yeah, it is interesting because they were growing rapidly, right? That's a very good point. And now they've kind of stagnated. So
yeah, they are a being with feelings, but not fully matured feelings, and then that's it for 2 years.
Yeah. For 2 years, you're right. I forgot.
There's no maturity growth even in 2 years.
No, you're 100% right. Yeah, that's interesting. No, it's very interesting. That's a very good point as well. So here's what I think is gonna happen.
Thank you.
All right, you want to hear my theory on this? I don't even think it's
theory.
I don't think it's a crack theory at all. I feel very good about it. Then again, I felt good about Udius and Yugioh hyperspacing. So I've been wrong.
Maybe it was too soon. It was too soon. Maybe
it'll happen at the end of the show. I like that. Yeah. So here's my theory. I think it's probably a shared theory by a lot of people. The Maximums have to be created using carded people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I believe Udius will use the carded Ohdos in order to create his Maximum.
100%.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Yugioh Ohdo, which they have the card for. Yuhi Ohdo, which they have the card for. And I think Yuumu is going to get carded.
Yep.
And I think it's super symbolic there. 3 Ohdos are the materials to make that Maximum monster.
Yep.
I think that's what we're at.
I think you're dead on, dude.
Yeah.
That's gonna
when
be
you were
sick.
reacting, I was saying that too. I was like,
I think it's a very probably shared theory right now.
It's a good one.
It's definitely not an out there theory, I don't think. The interesting part is they have the Gohayuna card. She's kind of left without a purpose in that scenario.
Well, she might be used as fodder for someone else's Maximum.
Well, that's the next
villain's
if
Maximum.
But if Asaka gets carded and maybe London Kirishima gets carded, maybe Rovi and Kirishima uses a Maximum with those 3.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the London has a little bit less of an impact.
Well, Kirishima. Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking of I'm thinking Gohayuna, who is she closest with? Probably
Yuga and Asaka.
Yeah, I was going to say Rovian, but I guess this arc, Asaka.
Yeah,
but overall, the obsession with Rovian and Rovian feeling guilt about Gohayuna not trusting her. I think there would be some powerful symbolism there. But is Rovian going to use a Maximum? Maybe.
Rovian doesn't have a huge role yet.
No.
Really. She's
not even in the war room, right, with Asaka and all them. She's kind of doing her own thing.
She's doing her own thing.
Yeah, pondering the meaning of life.
Yeah, she's sitting on the roof of a school or some building somewhere on the
saying poems to aliens who are applauding her, but they don't understand what she's saying.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I don't know what she's up to. I want her to see. I want to see her play a bigger.
Well, that's why I think she could kind of come out of nowhere. We also know that Asaka is getting another duel, so she's going to get her second duel this arc. So, I don't think...
That's a lot for her.
It is, and I don't think Asaka... I think a lot of characters are going to get carded. I really do. So, it would not shock me if Rovian kind of came in there. But, yeah, I mean, just a crazy, crazy episode.
Yeah.
It really was. That is, I hate to say week after week, it's peak Yu-Gi-Oh! But,
it's somehow getting better.
We are eating good food. Yeah. We're not eating Arby's. No, we're eating Olive Garden or something.
I mean, it is a step up from Arby's, sure, so I'll take that.
I feel like we're eating at like Carmine's right now.
Ooh,
family style. Everyone's eating. Everyone's eating.
All right, everyone's order for everybody, and then we all eat. Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, no, that's good.
That's good. That's good.
I'm here all week. I'm not here all week.
No, you're here for one night only.
I'm gonna let the poll keep going. The record for great and good is 96% right now. We're at 94%, so we're close to it. I'm gonna read some donations, and then we'll go over because we did get a summary for next week that we have not gone over yet. So definitely want to go over that.
Summary.
Crystal Colden, thank you for the $2 donation. Big Time Rush news. New song is incredibly catchy and the music video is colorful. Looking forward to the 8 other songs coming June 9th.
Wow, I didn't realize there was that much going on for them.
Nick T, have you heard the new
newest
song? Came out
Actually,
this morning.
Last week, Caliber and I watched. What was the one that they were talking about?
Fall, I think.
Fall. And that was sick, actually. So I'm looking forward to listening to more.
BTR, man, world tour. Take it over.
Let's do it. We should go see them all together.
We should. Dark Emperor J, thank you for the $2 donation. Random question, what is your best pickup line? I'm doing this for the quote section on Discord. I've never used a pickup line.
No. I've just got natural charisma, so.
You're a natty.
I'm a natty.
Oh,
You've definitely used a pickup line.
I haven't. I've never needed to. I just skate by my whole life with my good looks, right, Dylan?
Well, that's
He
true.
said that.
That's true.
You could add that quote to the book.
That's true. That's very
If someone could go back and find that from Brains.
Wait, he said Dylan just shows his bank account.
Limestone, thank you for the $2 donation. It's pretty metal using carded people as monster cards. I can't remember if they did that before.
That's pretty hardcore.
They did when Darts used the Knights of Pegasus, Joey, Mai, and I can't remember who. Maybe it was just the 3 of them. I don't think those characters weren't carded. They were just absorbed by the seal of Orichalcos. But they were kind of similar. That's the only instance I can really imagine it. And like that was actually them. Like it wasn't like a version of them like becoming a new monster. We've seen ID cards used for maximums, but I don't think I'm trying to think if Pegasus never. Imagine Pegasus just summoned Mokuba against Kaiba.
That would have been fun.
Think Kaiba would have attacked?
Yeah.
I don't think he would have.
No,
I think
he meant physically.
If he summoned Mokuba against Yami Yugi early in that show, I think Yami Yugi.
Who's this kid? I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's attacking. No, I think he knows who he is. I think he's attacking.
Oh my god.
He was gonna attack when Kaiba was, standing at the edge. It was little Yugi who stopped him. So if it was up to the Pharaoh, I mean, Kaiba would have been dead. He would have been.
Would have been for the
Kaiba
best.
was willing. Atem was willing to kill Kaiba.
Would it have been for the best?
It wouldn't have been for the worst. I'll say that.
Well said.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Crystal Colden, thank you for the $8.88 donation. Appreciate you, Crystal. A fun episode. I had tears at the ending of Yuhi's carding. Felt worse as I felt to have predicted this. Was not mad at this. Giving Yuhi Powerbomb was crazy. Give him Cyber Dragons next. Also, Yuhi and Ron forever now. Yeah, this was the first episode where I felt you had a girl character talking about a guy character, but I didn't feel romance between them.
There was an admiration.
It was more of an admiration, yes. Yeah. Whereas with Go Ayuna and Asaka, it was romantic towards Yuga.
Yeah,
it just
was. But this was could he be the one? Is he the guy?
Yeah, is he our savior?
Yeah. I mean, kind of.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah. So she had the utmost confidence and faith in this person and wanted to see him through the plan. It was a really cool mutual admiration.
100%. But what I absolutely love about that is I'm excited to see how Ron will portray Yuhi to the others. Like when she talks to Yuma, when she talks to Udius, yes, he lost, he got carded, but you know what? I saw something in him that I have never seen with him before. Yeah. And his sacrifice, we can't let it go in vain.
Yeah.
I think it's going to invigorate Ron's fighting spirit.
I think so as well.
And in turn, invigorate their fighting spirits as well.
This was the most meaningful interaction that we've had between them so far in the series, for sure.
Yeah.
and that it was really.
And I would argue it was probably the most impactful death scene of the show so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he had an option. He had a choice.
Yeah.
There.
And he stood his ground.
Yeah.
And like Go Ayuna's was pretty. Yuga's was not that sad, honestly, because like it was in a flashback.
Yeah, he was already gone.
Yeah.
And he was missing already.
And he was smiling at the end. It's like Yuga knows he's going to be. We also, I think this is my issue. I hate prequels. I've always hated prequels, even though ironically Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. But I usually hate prequels. Yeah. Not a fan at all. So I know Yuga's going to be okay.
Yeah.
So I think there's also an element of that. Like, whatever happens to Yuga, if it's our Yuga, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, the creator could create anyone.
It could be a million Yugas.
The creator could create, Yami Marek.
Soul burner.
That would be bad for you. You'd have to get a tattoo.
But only of a flame.
Oh, yeah, because I'm smart.
Yeah. You go to Back Alley Tattoos off 36. That's the name of it.
I'm going to open up a shop called Back Alley Tattoos.
That'll do great.
Holy shit. Yeah, Crystal. I didn't tear up, but obviously I was reacting live, but it was sad.
It was sad.
It was.
It was sad, yeah.
It was
sad.
sad. I was sitting there with my jaw just dropped. I was like,
wow.
It was crazy. It was bold. Pink Penguin, thank you for the $2 donation. Wow, I'm early, or you guys are late. LMAO. We were like an hour late. I love this episode. I feel like Yugioh's arc was a bit rushed. It was progressing well, then all of a sudden he's like, okay, I'm good, let's go. Hope they do something with him this arc, and he's not done.
That's kind of how I feel.
It's fascinating, right? Because Nick T does not think he's done this arc.
I don't know. I'm forgetting how
he can be done.
Arc we are.
Okay.
Yeah, like he can be done this arc, but I think he still needs to have a little bit more character build up than once he's back, regardless of timing, because I do think he was coming along really strong, and they kind of just like
it was rushed.
They kind of plateaued him a little bit.
Yeah, but it was rushed intentionally. The writers wanted to kill him off. I think for viewer shock. Yeah. And I think maybe at the cost of some more Yuhi development that we could have very well gotten in this arc. Yeah. I think at that cost, we gain a more unpredictability-ness of the rest of this arc that we didn't have prior.
Sure.
We gain another really threatening, villainous brother who's willing to card people and do whatever he can to clean out Matsuba Town.
Yep.
We gain a lot from it. Maybe it's at the cost of a bit of a botched what it could have been with Yuhi. All in all, I thought it was a very good episode for him. But yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I didn't think he was going to get carded.
I didn't think
so. I was the only one here that thought Tremolo was going to win, but I did not think he was getting carded.
No.
Yeah. This early. I mean, we're in the first half of the arc, It's like...
Yeah. What? How many episodes? We're 4 episodes in?
We are 5 in.
Yeah.
5 in. Yeah. So
we're approaching the halfway point.
Yeah. Yeah. We are going to read the summaries very soon. Couple of super chats, and then we'll get I'm going to get the summaries up in the meantime.
You got it, brother. We got $5 from Sean Gilbride.
Thank you, Sean.
And Sean said, Jesus H. Christ, the writers of Go Rush seem to be out for blood, and I honestly don't think they're done in just this freaking arc.
No.
I agree. I think as we've all kind of said, more to come of the carding variety, and I think Yumu might be on her way
you never know.
To the card land.
I think you might be right.
Just throwing it out there.
I don't think any of our characters are safe. Honestly,
no one's safe.
I really don't.
Well, they've already shirted Udius.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't think... I think you're in agreement with me. I think Udius is going to be the one to save his friends with his friends.
Yeah.
I think it fits so well.
Yeah, I agree.
But again, I feel like every time we all agree on something, it never happens. No. So I'll be interested to see how it plays out.
I want to remind you, 2 weeks ago, we all felt with Yuhi, there was a legitimate chance he could be the one to take down Phaser.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
And it felt like that could have been the case with how, Yuga entrusting him.
Yeah.
The arc he was on. We knew Tremolo had to duel probably Yuumu and Udius.
Mm-hmm.
And he duels Tremolo and loses and dies. I mean, it's crazy. It was very unexpected. So, bit of a bloodbath early on here, and it's probably not done.
Yeah.
It's probably not done.
No.
Yep. Thank you, Sean. We got $5 from Crystal Colden.
Thank you, Crystal.
And Crystal said, I captain of a new ship thanks to this episode, the SS Yuhi X Ron. Now who joins me, crew?
Yeah, I mean, it was, I don't really ship. That's not my, kind of part of the fandom. I also didn't feel romantic vibes. I definitely felt more of an admiration. Yeah. But I mean, hey, but I was also told that shipping can also be friendship.
Is that for real?
Yeah, no, that's what I was told.
I rock with
that
that.
if you ship two characters, it could be in a friendship kind of way.
Okay.
That you really like their friendship and their communication when they're on screen.
Good on-screen chemistry.
Right, their chemistry. But I don't know. I don't know much about the I mean, I know the culture is very big in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, it seems you can have platonic ships.
Yeah.
So I would
in that regard, definitely, because I actually, even the way that Ron jumped in and helped Yuhi when he got blinded.
Yep.
Again,
that was incredible.
I know, and that's something that we just again, the show continues to say we're gonna do things, the studio really, that you've never seen in Yu-Gi-Oh before.
Yeah.
Going back to the Roa Yuga duel. I say it all the time, but Yuga, if he draws 7-0 Magician, it's banned, he loses immediately.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like that. Udius Rovian, he's got one less card zone monster zone that he can utilize. And now this, where a duelist gets blinded in the middle of the duel. They continue to do really unique, cool things that we haven't seen in Yu-Gi-Oh before, and that's tough when you have 20 years of library. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's really
definitely.
cool.
Blinded by the light. That was repeat.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you, Crystal. We got $5 from Max.
Thank you, Max.
And Max said, imagine if they used the King Soul Piece as a villain of a Vrain's DSOD style sequel movie, and he was Yusaku's father.
What?
With an LOL after it too.
That's probably the only way you could get me to care about the king at this point. The king chess piece of Soul Tech.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'd be down.
The Soul Piece.
I'd be down for a Vrain's movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the direction I'd want to see.
Oh wow.
That's outside the box thinking.
I like that.
But
it would add more dimension to it.
It wasn't a bad early theory.
No.
The King of Soul, the King chess piece, the leader of Soul Tech, who maybe worked in turn with Kogami and gave Yusaku to Dr. Kogami for these experiments, is Yusaku's father.
Why not?
I mean, it does kind of write itself.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of shit dads in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh yeah.
A lot. He'd be another one, and that could be an adversary that he'd have to face. And it would answer the question, what happened to Yusaku's parents?
Yeah.
Which is a question that somehow we never got answered in Vrain's.
Well,
Well, everybody else in that show died in a car crash.
Well, then tell us that. Even if they spent 2 minutes telling us that, I'd be fine with it.
It was the same car crash.
Yeah.
It was all the same.
It was all the same car crash.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Wendy caused it all.
Wendy
caused a 4-way accident with his human, Soulburner's parents,
And
Blood Shepherd, and Playmaker's parents.
Yes.
4-way collision.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Just a gust of wind out of Wendy. Thank you, Max.
Thanks, Max.
We got $5 from Ice Aiden.
Thank you, Ice.
Ice Aiden. Dun, 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 dun. He said, hello, Yugi Bros.
What's up?
This was a good episode for Yugi's character development.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so as well. It was nice to see him rise from this very low, loner type character to be here we go. I'm stepping up.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think Yugi got a lot of development fairly quickly in these first 5 episodes, but definitely, you can tell, a Yugi arc isn't really completed. He's not all the way there yet. And that was why the only thing about carding him now is it kind of plateaus him to where he was and halts all that growth of him just as a character as a whole.
Yeah.
But I do think this episode, specifically, did him a lot of justice. I think he really did have, almost a coming of ages in a way of kind of realizing he has to accept this fate. He knows what he needs to do, and it's not him who has to be the one to defeat Phaser. And I think his own realization that is it helps his development a lot.
Yeah, it was a good episode for him. And also, it's cool as well that we've seen this with Rush Yu-Gi-Oh! Old Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrain's, Arc 5, Zexal, most of the time, if we see a main character use a new ace, or a new card, they're probably winning.
Yeah.
We see Yuhi use freaking Power Bond.
Yeah, and still doesn't win.
And a new ace still doesn't win.
Yep.
So like that also adds to the unpredictability, and they've been doing that with Rush Yu-Gi-Oh for a while now, which is cool. I definitely like it. It adds a lot of unpredictability.
Agreed.
I gotta get another water bottle.
You can get another water bottle.
We're gonna read the summaries in about 5 minutes, so stay tuned for that.
Can you grab me one as well? Thank you, sir. We got $5 Australian from Electric Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
And Kevin said, outside of Monaboos, we knew about 4 Maximums for a long while now. Phaser is likely using Poseidra.
Yeah.
But who's going to use the new Magnum Overlord?
Yeah, so that's the Maximum that and it's also fitting because that Maximum is it looks very similar, obviously, to Yuga's first Maximum. So I think that Maximum will 100% be the Ohdo Maximum.
Yeah.
And I think Udius uses it.
I agree.
Up until this duel, I thought there was a chance maybe Yuhi would use it because he's carrying on Yuga's wishes. And, like, he was going to have a bigger role this arc.
Sense. But he specifically decided not to.
But the fact that he got carded. I mean,
but he's like, no, I'm
True, but he doesn't have the Maximum.
True, yeah, but I mean, like, in the sense that he decided not to take the card from, whatever the card is, from Ron and leave. Yeah. He could have carried on but he's like, no, like, that's not for me.
Yeah, I think Udius is going to use that Magnum Overlord Maximum. And I think he'll use it against Phaser. Or Tremolo, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. But I do agree with Kevin, I think that second Maximum, that Poseidra one, will be used by Phaser. Yeah.
We got $5.98 Canadian from Pick Rick.
Thank you, Pick.
Time, space, nor destiny will divert our path. Let the stars align and create the path of dreams. Maximum Shoken, shine on Galactica Ohdo Road.
Well, we are getting that, that new Maximum, not new, but that Maximum that we have yet to see. It's gonna be formed by the 3 Ohdos. I'm so confident on that. I really am. Like that's a theory that I'm very, very confident on. That's gonna be a crazy freaking moment. Yeah. Because I don't know if you've seen it, but it looks very similar to the first Maximum that Yuhi used.
Okay. Very similar. No, I haven't seen it. So
I'll see if I can pull it up. But
Yugioh used.
Yeah, that Yugioh used.
Yeah,
I said Yuhi.
Yeah.
That Yugioh used. So like. That's going to be a crazy, crazy moment when Udius finally uses that Maximum. They've just got to figure out how to create them. Because right now, the only person on there... Ron knows. If Ron put it together, because it wasn't stated out loud, Yuhi just had the monologue.
Yeah.
They've got to figure it out, but now...
I wonder if she knows because she works for MIK. And maybe just maybe she could easily have just overheard
or
it.
Manabu can tell them. Yeah, there's a few ways they can get to it.
But because I guess Manabu would have to know since he has one, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. That's interesting.
It's exciting.
And again, they might not all even know that yet. Like this might be something else that they figure out after maybe Yumu gets carded. Like everybody else figures it out, and then imagine Udius who doesn't ever want to hurt any of... Remember how bad he felt about dueling Yugioh and his comrades getting hurt in the plains?
Yeah.
Now he's using his dead friends to make a Maximum. If that Maximum somehow gets defeated, how is he going to feel about it? He's going to think that he just killed his friends all over again.
Yeah. And what's crazy about it, too, is if we believe Phaser and if we believe the Relic, a second Udius summons a Maximum, he's carding his opponent.
Yes. That's what I mean. He doesn't want to kill.
Yeah.
Battling and taking out your opponent that way was something he never wanted to be a part of.
No, you're right. You're right.
It's almost in a way a similar story to the first arc.
Yeah.
Or the first season because he's trying to avoid using rush duels to kill.
Yeah.
Right? So he 100%. Needs to find another way. Whereas if maybe he wins with a Maximum and the thing comes in and he's able to stop whatever the Relic is doing to card them. Or they find a way to uncard people, they let it happen, they uncard them, or something like that.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I'm not going to just kill people off in this fashion.
Yeah. No, Udius is going to have a big roadblock to reach very, very soon. fascinated to see how he's going to handle it. Yeah, given his character.
While we were discussing that, Crystal Colden gifted 5 memberships to the channel.
Oh, shit. Crystal, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Who
Crystal.
received them?
Oh, let me see.
Crystal, thank you. Everybody that received a membership, I want you to spam the God emotes. You should know who I'm talking about.
You ready?
Yes.
The gifted members were TG Playmaker, Lone Wolf 19905, Oz94, Rita Awad, and Sean Pauly.
5 great people.
Yes.
5 wonderful people. Thank you so much, Crystal, for the 5 gifted memberships. Helps me out so much.
Yes.
And please, ladies and gentlemen, are they spamming the God emote in chat?
There's a lot of O's going on here.
Dude, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to learn more about the creator.
I agree.
But that being said, do we want to go into the 57 summary?
I have one more thing, and then you want to do it?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Nick Schoner has been a member at Raw Yellow for 23 months.
Thank you, Nick.
Nick said, great episode. Power Bond is back. Yugioh Carded Damamu, innocent as always. Famous last words, we will defeat Phaser. Hope we'll get an Ohdo Maximum at the end.
Yeah, I think we will. I think a lot. And now at this point, the way that they're building it up, the fact that the Yugioh card was lost, I mean, they're teasing this Ohdo Maximum.
I think so as well.
Yeah,
not be.
It's got to be. So, let me see if I can quickly find that because I don't think have you seen the
Maximum.
The new Maximum that was revealed.
No,
Hold on.
I don't think so. What the hell?
Oh, baby.
This is it. Color scheme, design-wise, I mean, it's very similar to... Yeah. Let me just make sure.
Oh my god, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll show it on screen.
I'm confused. Is that... Oh, never mind. Okay. I saw the 1900. I'm like, 1900 attack?
That's it?
That thing is weak.
Magnum Overlord.
By the way, guys, if you didn't know, there's 232 days and 22 hours until Jump Festa.
Wow. Can you believe that?
I mean, it's right around the corner.
It's right.
And you know what's even crazier?
What?
I don't think JC has RSVP'd yet.
Well, so we have some of you guys might not have realized, but we have the clock here. Now, the clock is going to go up there. We're going to hang it up soon. That is the official, not just Jump Festa, Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 countdown clock.
Wow.
Because you have to imagine we're getting Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 at Jump Festa. So if you're wondering how many days left until Yu-Gi-Oh! 9, the clock is doing the job. This is the card for those of you that don't... have maybe not seen it yet. Train, huge train. But color scheme, design-wise, it reminds me very much of the first Maximum that Yuga used.
Yeah, I agree.
So, like, this to me has to be Ohdo's, and it's got to be Udius using it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
It really throws you off with the 1900 there until you see the maximum attack above it that says 3500. I looked at it, I was like, this thing's so weak.
Yeah,
like, why is it only a 1900 attack? But 3,500, so
that's good.
It's pretty good. Solid, yeah. Might get the job done.
You would hope. The fate of
the fate of Maximum Town depends on that monster. Whoo, sheesh! All right,
there we go.
All right, yeah, my voice is feeling a little strained, but it's not blowing out, which is good.
Yeah,
so
actually,
it's good. Okay. Episode 57. You're going to love this stool, my friend. Ooh. Nick T, would you like to read this?
I'd be happy to.
Okay.
Episode 57, the operation to take back the surface.
Let's go.
Asaka and her rebel army lead an assault on Mutsuba Heavy Industries card.
Sorry. No, that was an accident.
What was that?
That was a thumbnail for a video coming out. Sorry. I thought it was Pete.
Card printing plant, taking down multiple MIK members through dueling. However, an MIK commander named Energy Kopiko?
Go-girls, baby! Go-girls! Let's go!
Stands in their way. Meanwhile, Youmu's group sneaks into the Goha company and discovers something in the basement.
What's in the box?
Energy Kopiko?
Yes. So I guess I assumed it was Asaka versus Kopiko, but I guess we don't know for sure.
We don't know. I also would imagine that's who it is, but I don't know.
Holy shit, man. What a great great freaking time for Kopiko to come back here.
Yeah.
For the Ko-Girls to come back here. Nick T.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on the Ko-Girl returning? And we've seen the Ko-Girls.
Yeah.
But dueling.
Do we even know which one this is?
No, I don't think it's the lobster one. I don't think it's the lobster one.
Is it the purple-haired lady in the preview?
I don't remember seeing her in the preview.
I don't know who that was. There was some woman in black leather in the...
Oh, that's Diane Keto. No, that's a different Diane Keto.
Oh,
so that's going to be Manya's monster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Manya's monster. Is she dueling?
It looks like they're all dueling.
Oh, we might see previews of them blowing through the MIK members.
There are a few people in the chat saying it's a Chupataro duel.
Maybe that'd be weird.
God, we don't talk about mentally taking me out of an arc.
Yeah, do we need it?
Take me right out of an arc.
Do we need a Chupataro duel?
No, certainly not.
Well, if we need a loss,
I can name about 7 other alien characters I'd rather see: George Jersey, Mitsuko, Kawhi Tell. I mean, the list goes on. Fisher Sky, sure. I can name about 7.
Oh, Nine to Star.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh himself.
Yu-Gi-Oh himself. Yeah. Yes. Mokita Mbembe. Can we bring him back?
Mokita Mbembe.
I mean, come on, man.
Love it.
Well, hopefully it's not Chupataro, but I guess we don't know for sure.
Yeah. Either way, this episode seems exciting. I just like them kind of taking down members of MIK, finding some weird secret in the basement.
Let's focus on that a little bit.
What could they find in the basement?
Do you remember the last time we were in a basement? Remember the last time we were in the basement? Weren't we in the basement when that Monster Reborn card was found? The Goha Yuga stuff?
Yeah.
Good things don't happen in basements.
No, good things never. I mean, this is case in point.
Case in point, this podcast has always been out of a basement. But I'll tell you, I think we're gonna get something big here, like something really, really big. Maybe like plans that was left behind by Goha, or plans that maybe the Phaser brothers put down there that they forgot about. I think we're gonna get something big
more
here.
Sinister.
And it looks like it's Yumu and Udius.
Yeah.
So I think the big plot is going to come from what they're doing. And this is going to be the first episode of this season where the duel is really not going to be that important, in my opinion. Could be wrong about it, but I think the stuff that's going on in the B plot is really going to be the more important.
The duel's going to be happening, but we're
duel's going to be happening.
Now, just, hypothetical theory here. What if what's in the basement is kind of where Yuga, or that guy, has been hanging out and working?
It's his lab.
And maybe he had created Maximums already. Like, he had created ID cards, or hear me out, it's his old friend's ID cards, and there's a Maximum there. New Maximum.
Or what if they find Kaizo down there?
Well,
I think he's implied.
Well, I think if Kaizo's in there, that's not like the big secret find.
What did you say?
A few people have been saying he's in the preview. You can not really see him that
way. Oh, is he? Okay, I didn't even know that. This is actually the first time I'm even reading the summary. So the summary was new to me. Although I knew a Ko-Girl returned. So I guess maybe I did read the summary. Yeah, I guess I must have read the summary. Wow,
you spoiled it. Maybe you were reading it as you were
Maybe that's what it was.
I think he's just stopped at Energy Kopiko because he got so excited that it was a Ko-Girl and he didn't even read the rest.
Yeah, we've got some options. Some fun stuff here, though.
We should be getting the batch of summaries as well for the month in about 5 or 6 days, so that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Prediction for the duel. Does Energy Kopiko use a Maximum? I know that seems like the most ridiculous thing in the world, but they gave Manabu a Maximum. She's listed as an MIK commander. I don't think you can just discard that and say, no, she's not using a Maximum. I don't know.
I think
if she uses a Maximum against Chupataro, I'm going to be doing jumping jacks on top of this table.
Yeah, you're getting ready to see him go? Yeah.
Goodbye.
How do you say goodbye?
Bye, Chupataro, how do you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Oh, wait, all in unison. 3, 2, 1. Bye, bye, Chupataro. Hopefully we'll be singing that next week.
I almost botched.
The musician botching it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. They've been gone.
Yeah.
Well,
Bye, Chupataro.
No, it'll be interesting to see what happens here, but
I do think that it is a strong possibility that Energico Pico uses a maximum.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think she will.
But like
I can't say definitely not.
It can't be ruled out.
It can't be ruled out. No, I'm like 70% sure she won't. I don't think she will.
You think it's only? Do you think giving it to Manabu was like they did it specifically for him to kind of try and keep in touch with the other group?
I think Manabu's probably a little higher ranked than Energico Pico.
Well, the only reason I'm thinking there's a potential difference is because they're just taking down MIK members until they reach Energico Pico. Right?
What if Energico Pico says something that might imply that she fought alongside Udius at the end of Sevens?
I hate him.
I don't think that's the craziest thing in the world.
Why are we here?
Oh, I guess she'd have to go back in time, yeah. But Sirocco is there.
Yeah, we have to talk about that.
That's still never been retouched. No. But that was clearly Sirocco, fully blacked out, silhouetted.
Yeah. The only character in that audience that was silhouetted.
Yeah.
Unless it was Energico Pico all this time.
No, because there's 6 different characters.
We don't know what Energico
We don't know anything.
Like.
Well, what if Energico Pico turns into Sirocco? And maybe it is like old Sirocco. Young Sirocco.
I mean, because we don't even know how old the co-girls are.
If Energico Pico
they could be thousands of years old.
Well, I think they're immortal.
Yeah.
I think they're definitely immortal.
Maybe they're the gods of Yu-Gi-Oh!
And by the way, them being immortal is not a crazy thing because if they're aliens, which it's pretty safe, they floated in space without helmets on. I mean, they're aliens.
They wear helmets.
If they're aliens,
we don't really know what they are.
They're timeless.
Yeah.
I mean, think about how long Velgirians live.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah. So I don't think it's crazy to say that, Sirocco is here.
No, I don't think
but she should have no memories of fighting alongside Udius. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But I'm
actually. This goes far back, further back than we thought.
Well, no. The only way she'd have a memory of fighting Udius is if this is the future. There's no way.
I don't know.
Welcome to the future.
I don't know.
I think we're gonna get a line from the co-girl that implies something interesting.
I would like that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get something
like that.
The co-girls have always fascinated the hell out of me. My biggest theory was that it was one character.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And it seemed like, they would mess up their lines. Like, it seemed like it was one character playing a role. The episode where she was, like, unclean and Gakuto ended up dueling her, she had all, like, parts of the other co-girls in that changing room. So I was like, oh, she's just changing into these characters. Yeah. And then we
thought it was, like, confirmed that she was changing.
Yeah, I'm still very surprised that it wasn't one character. Yeah. Because, like, Sweets Kakako would use the end sentences like Sirocco, and then, like, the other ones would use end sentences for Sweets Kakako, and then she'd be like, "Oh, I mean, like
it was weird.
It almost was like they were implying it was one character, and then they changed the idea to maybe have the Udius Robo duel against all the 7. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That was
it. Could have been like one AI controlling multiple like bots or something like that.
They were like, and I know we're spending time talking about the co-girl here, but like,
there was still like
they fascinated the hell out of me.
They were still one of the biggest mysteries.
They were. And so the fact that we're getting another one dueling, I'm actually very excited about it. I hope it's against Asaka, or Mitsuko, or
literally anybody,
any other alien.
Bye, Chupataro.
Yeah. Anyone other than Chupataro, unless it means the loss.
Right. If we have to sit through a Chupataro duel,
we better see Chupataro lose.
Right.
Well, I think if we are sitting through a Chupataro duel, we are going to see a Chupataro loss.
You would expect. Historically.
You'd hope.
I
mean, what a blow it would be to MIK to have Chupataro defeat a commander from MIK.
Come on.
With an actual...
if it's Asaka, that's fine.
With a maximum, too. Because then I have to get Chupa tattooed on me.
No, that would be terrible.
You'd make a lot of money if he maximumed.
Yeah, there were like, there's a lot of bets that if Chupataro is the first one in the good guy group to Maximum, I have to do the Ice Bucket Challenge. Judger said he'd do it with me.
The Ice Bucket, like the...
Yeah, like from 2012.
Yeah.
Caliber said he'd get a tattoo. There were like 10 people who said they'd donate like $100, $200.
I'm going to get Chupa in like Japanese tattooed on my
It's not worth it. I don't want it to happen. It's not worth it. I don't want it to happen.
And then I'll just pretend it says something else because the people can't know.
So...
Let him know.
I'll get a katana next to it or something so it just all ties in.
Yeah, and I'll be like, oh,
we're ending the poll, so did not break the record.
Damn it.
91% thought it was good, great. 5% thought it was decent, and 2 people did think it was a poor episode.
I'm gonna say that in the chat already. Great.
Once again, so I guess we got to make a prediction here. Do we pick as if it's Chupataro?
Maybe we don't.
Do you want to pick...
I feel like we should
Energy Kopiko versus like Team Matsuba.
Well, that's hard.
No,
the problem is because depending who it is.
Yeah, okay. How about we do?
You do.
I feel like in the past we've said like if we don't know, then we don't call.
You're right, and we don't know, So
what is this coin good for then, Nick T?
Yeah, we're not gonna pick. We don't know definitively who it is.
Yeah.
I want to very quickly watch the preview again. I can't show it on screen here, chat, but let me watch.
While we do that, Nick T, we'll pretend it's Chupataro. So heads is Chupataro.
Heads is Chupa.
Yu-Gi-Oh symbol is Kogoro.
Yeah.
Who's it gonna be?
Oh my god, dude.
Chupa!
Remember, the coin picked Tremolo with me. That's how I knew I was gonna win.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the preview.
Lie.
So let's see if we see anything. Again, can't show the preview on screen. Yeah. Just don't want to take copyright risks on the podcast. So you see the good guys.
There he is.
They've all got their decks out. That's Diane Keto. Yumu and Udius head into the basement. Wait, that was it?
I guess.
Why did everyone was acting like it was confirmed that Chupataro is dueling, unless there's a different...
What are you watching?
What?
League of Legends?
No, that was just autoplay.
Oh. I don't know.
Did you miss Kaizo? No, right before this would be Kaizo.
You missed Kaizo in there.
Keep going. As soon as they look at the stuff, just pause it.
Oh, that is Kaizo.
Yeah, that's Kaizo.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, so then it is probably Yugi's like workshop.
Yeah, it's probably...
That's definitely his workshop.
Yeah, it definitely is his workshop. Cool.
The salary man. Bring him back.
Yeah, that's who it should be. Salary man Kaizo.
Maybe if Dill sends in a picture of salary man Calzo, they'll get him in there.
Yeah, that's definitely Kaizo.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, we're not going to pick Duel because if we don't know who it is, and we don't know who this is.
No. It looked like Spy
To me, it's probably Asaka because she's the leader of this rebel group.
Yeah.
So I think it's Asaka. And if it's Asaka, that makes the duel a little more unpredictable, I think.
Yeah, because you could go either way.
Yeah. Well, I think if it's Asaka, Asaka wins.
I think she's gone.
Because I don't think the Ko-Girl's going to maximum.
Right.
Chupataro.
I mean, if the Ko-Girl maximums, everyone, it's over.
Right.
Yeah.
No, we don't have a way of defeating a maximum yet. It's just that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, the only monster we see is Diane Keto, which could imply Manya versus...
Then what's that mean for Manya? I think Manya would lose, but I don't think it'd be by maximum.
Yeah, as long as it's not by maximum, they theoretically shouldn't get carded.
Right.
Yeah. So... Yeah, but there's just not enough... confirmation. Mm-hmm. So we're not going to pick.
No, yeah,
I'm torn because I want to pick, but we don't have any confirmation. I think in the past we've picked before without confirmation, and if it just didn't happen that way, it was omitted.
Yeah.
But we just won't.
We don't need to.
Well, I think in the past we've picked a duel, and then if it turns out to not be those characters dueling because we were wrong, and
it doesn't count.
Then it doesn't count.
Right.
But I think in the past we've definitely I think we've gone other.
I think we started omitting it. After we were just like, it doesn't make sense because for this exact reason, depending on who it is, could determine
the way we pick.
the winner loss pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just can't. Yeah, you can't make a pick on something you don't know.
No. All right, cool.
Fantastic.
Do you want to like some super chats?
Yeah.
Cool.
No.
Actually, I've got some link donations.
Yeah, you got some links. Yeah, backed up a little bit.
Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Come on. Back it up.
Sorry, yeah.
Brian, no, I can't raise my voice. Brian, thank you for the $7 in donations. Appreciate it.
Oh, skirt.
Good episode. Probably my favorite duel he has been in. Always happy to see Power Bond, so that was great. Tremolo was cool. Seems like he's more of a good person than Phaser. The carded people being used for maximums is cool and interesting. It's definitely unique. It's something we've never, again, really seen before. So that is fascinating because, like, if they want to make a maximum, they have to have 3 carded people. Now, they already do, but I think it just would be more symbolic if Yuumu, if they're all Ohdos, exactly. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle that. And then, Brian, thank you for another $2 donation. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you already talked about this, but do you think Udius is going to get his maximum by using the carded Ohdos?
Yep. Yeah, so we got,
Yuga, Yuumu, and Yuhi, that's my theory for now. 100% agree with you. It makes sense. It also means that spiritually the Ohdos are helping Udius win. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's I think where it's headed.
Yeah, I also think where it's headed.
Yeah. It does make you wonder what happens to the Goha Unicard, but, she might... That could also be a gag where she thinks she was used, and then she was like the one omitted, and then she gets like pissed off because she was like not utilized that way. So like, that.
What did I get carded for?
That could be a comedic bit. Honestly, I could see that. Solid Snack, thank you for the $4 in donations. Amazing episode, even though I'm devastated. Really did not think they'd have the balls to kill off one of the main trio, and I'm so sad they did it to Yuhi. I know I'm the world's only Yuhi fan. LOL. No, there's a few. There's a few Yuhi fans. You're not alone. Hit that right as he was about to get out of his depression arc. But damn it, did really hit that right as he was about to get out of his depression arc. He got carded. Also, really enjoyed Ron being Yuhi's eyes this episode. Was super cool and honestly made Yuhi cool, in my opinion.
I agree.
What was also super cool...
No.
What was also super cool was the fact that, like, we got the Gakugen reference, which is so... It's one of those things where, like, if you didn't watch Sevens, it doesn't do anything for you, but you just think, oh, I guess that's, like, her family's backstory.
Yeah. Yep.
But, like, if you watch Sevens, it's that added bonus.
Yeah, it's a huge added
Go
bonus.
Rush has done that very well, where if you watch Sevens, you get added visual bonuses and knowledge bonuses. If you didn't, it doesn't not make sense, though.
Yeah.
And that's what they've done well.
Now, do you think her saying she'll be his eyes was a reference to Ron's eyes?
No.
I like that, though.
I don't.
No,
I don't.
All right,
I think it's too general.
We'll look back on that.
Okay, well... I think the Ron's eyes.
Ron's dies.
Still one of your best moments.
Thank you.
Podcast, yeah. Oh God.
We like to have fun around here.
Yes, we do. Unfortunately.
Would you like me to keep going, or do you want to go?
No fun allowed. You can keep going.
Okay. We got $5 from Goosey Q.
Thank you for
Thank you, Goose.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it this time.
No, smart man.
Voices start.
Nick T, you want to do this one? Do you know it? Don't look.
I'm blanking out, bro.
Thank you.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, do it.
Sending positive vibes and kindness to everyone and keep things PG, positively Goose.
I said thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bro, it's all right.
Goose, thank you so much.
Oh, Goose, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for the love, my man.
Positive vibes, kindness.
Always.
To everyone.
Positive vibes. Goose. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist.
I can see now we're failing.
Yeah. We got $2 from the man himself, JC, legendary.
This could be the moment.
Is he confirming?
Yuhi took that out like a man.
Okay.
Hashtag justice for Yuhi.
He hasn't.
And what else?
That's it, man. No RSVP.
All right, so chat, we still don't know if JC's coming to Jump Festa this year. JC, we got the countdown. You've got not much time left to let us know. So please figure that out. Let us know soon. JC.
We need him to round out the crew.
Yeah, we do. We absolutely do. So JC, and also we need him to give his perspective because if a Vrains movie gets announced,
you never know.
We definitely want to hear from him about that.
He just said LOL in the chat.
JC, thank you, my man. Love you, dude. Appreciate you.
Time is getting very close.
It is close. By the way, you guys think this is a joke. You're gonna come back next week. It's gonna say 225. You're gonna come back the week after that. It's gonna say 218.
And then
211, 204, 197,
wow. Okay.
190,
Quickly,
183, 176, 169, 162, 155, 148, 141, 134, 127, 120, 113.
It's actually impressive.
106, 99, 92, 85, 78, 71, 64, 57, 50, 43, 36, 29, 22, 15, 8, 1. It's going to say 1 day. So listen, mark it on your calendars. Yu-Gi-Oh! 9, 232 days away. It would say 1 day in like 23 hours. That would make sense.
Oh, okay. That okay. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Chat, listen, I just want to keep you guys informed of when that date is. So.
That's like 7.5
He just counted down by 7 from 232 to 1.
Can you not tell I'm excited? I'm so excited I'm going to post a Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 video tomorrow.
Wow, really?
That's how excited I am.
Wow.
Because it's close. So we got to talk about this.
Okay, no, what are you going to say in your Yu-Gi-Oh! 9?
I'm going to discuss whether I think we're going to get another Master, another Rush Duel anime, or it's going to revert back to Master Rule.
You're addressing the rumors.
I'm addressing... Well, there's no rumors. I'm just addressing that
He's addressing the rumors.
discussion point.
Yes, yeah.
Well, thank you, Legendary Duels.
Thank
JC.
you, JC.
Thank
See what
you.
he makes me do?
Yeah.
It was a sad moment for you, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got 5 Australian dollars from Electric Kevin.
Thank you, Kev.
Kevin said, Dylan, who is your favorite character from each Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, including Go Rush?
Ooh.
Great question. My favorite character from each Yu-Gi-Oh! Series.
Jonucci.
Duel Monsters, I think, is probably Joey Wheeler. I think it's Jonucci.
Joey Wheeler.
Yeah, GX is Jaden, Judai. 5Ds is Yusei.
Yep.
Zexel, I think, is probably Kaito. Arc 5 is probably Reiji or Shun. Very close between those two. Vrains is Revolver. Sevens is Yuga or Luke, one of those two. I'm always back and forth between those two. And Go Rush, my favorite character in Go Rush. Oh, I haven't really given it much thought because I like to think about it when the show's over. My favorite character in Go Rush is probably Udius. Yeah, it's probably Udius.
Yeah, nice. Good answer.
Yeah.
That was a safe answer.
Actually, I haven't had my favorite character be the main protagonist since 5Ds. So it's been a very long time.
No, I know that. I'm just saying.
It's been a very long time. Yeah.
Yeah, and a good time to spam the Udius hype emoji.
Mine is Soul Burner.
A lot of people love Soul Burner. That's fair. He's top 3 for me, or
He's
top 5.
2 and he's not 2.
He's top 10 for me, definitely.
10?
Yeah, he's top 10. He might
Like
be
all
2 or
time?
3. No, in France.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Look at this thing. Who would you put ahead of him? You'd put Revolver, Playmaker, Naoki. You'd put probably.
Oh, I see what he did. He snuck it in there.
Honestly, Naoki and Brave Man.
Owl. Wait, the owl and pigeon.
No, the pigeon and the frog.
Pigeon and frog count as one character, or are they 2 characters?
They just disappeared, didn't they?
They were top 5 until they disappeared.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
They showed up at the end, I'm pretty sure, in 120.
But where were they before that?
They were gone. They were the reporters we needed.
Yeah.
They were the journalists we needed.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a.
Pete actually
told me. Allegory
me.
for censorship.
Pete told me he majored in journalism because of the pigeon and the frog.
I would, yeah.
That was a huge inspo for him.
And rightfully so.
Well, yeah, I didn't blame him for it. I remember he walked into my house one day. He's like, "Listen, man, I have a complete career direction change. I want to be in journalism because of the work that the pigeon and the frog do."
Right.
Wasn't he gonna go to law school?
He was going to be a doctor. Yeah, he was going to be a
okay.
doctor. I remember I made him a mocktail, so I sat him down, and we drank some Limerita virgins,
Right.
and I mean, we just talked about life and how the frog and the pigeon had that much of a profound impact on his life. And honestly, man, more power to him. Yeah, more power to him. So cool, good for him. Well, you saw Kaizo, the salary man, and you were like, man, I should have went into stocks.
Yeah,
I was in
job
stocks.
is just stocks.
Hey, I was in stocks before Kaizo was in stocks.
He was indeed.
He saw me and said, "I need to become
He was on
like him."
Well, I remember
he was on Robinhood before it got.
Robin is shut down now, isn't it?
I think it still exists, but it kind of got.
It was that. Yeah,
it lost credibility.
I remember he came to me and he said one of the scariest moments of Sevens was seeing the stock busting dragon because it reminded him of the 2008 crisis and he lost a lot of money. Yeah,
I'm not that old.
The recession hurt a lot of us.
Yeah, hurt a lot of us, man. It's okay. That was tough times.
Yeah, it's worse right now.
The slowest job growth in New Jersey.
Did you know the stock busting dragon was actually a reference to the 2008? No, I'm not gonna go there. That's too much of a. That's too much of a reach.
Is it?
Even for me.
Are you gonna do a video on your favorite characters from every show?
No, you just did that. Probably not. Maybe I don't know.
Curious.
Why? Because it's not objective.
No, I don't know. I don't have it planned.
Doesn't have a critical eye for it.
Yeah. You should call them.
I'm done on super chats. By the way, I think you have at least one over there.
Let me take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Limestone, thank you for the $2 donation. Do the cardboard cutouts still exist? Yes, they do. Sadly, the salaryman Calzo is
folded and
it's in this closet right here, but it's in the back, so it's very tough for me to reach, and I'd have to move stuff out, so it's not easily accessible.
We hide that from people.
Yes. Unfortunately, I kept it year round in the basement.
Yeah.
In my parents' house because I kind of had the basement as my own space. Now I'm of course living with Ivrea and Calibro. They opted for the salaryman to be a Halloween decoration only.
Okay, so, I didn't. It's me.
Well, Ivrea did.
And Ivrea won.
Ivrea won.
Ivrea definitely won.
I was able to keep the 8-foot Jack Skellington out year round.
8 foot? You make it 8 feet?
7-foot Jack Skellington.
7 feet?
It's 7 feet.
Oh yeah. Are you sure? Of course, dude. Maybe he's 7 feet actually. Yeah.
Because I'm 6'2".
He's like 6'5".
No, he's like 7
feet. I think he's 7 feet, dude.
If you're 6'2", he's not 7 feet.
He's not standing straight. Look, he's crossing his legs.
He's crossing his legs. And that subtracts 3 inches.
Look at this, dude.
Why are you bending your knees?
He's 6'8" at most.
I'm telling you.
I'll give him 6'9".
He's 7 flat, dude. But Limestone, I also have the cardboard cutout of Yugimoto, and I have the cardboard cutout of my face.
And Aaron Rodgers
right here, right? And Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know where that
Where's
one went.
Selena Gomez?
It was folded.
Oh, R.I.P.
Oh, she didn't make it?
Selena Gomez did not make the cut. Yugimoto,
Are you serious?
Yes.
He was going to get an updated Selena Gomez one, but then he decided not to.
No, I'll show my face. I'll show the Halloween one.
That's a shame.
Well, you know.
I think I've shown this one before, haven't I?
Yeah, of course you have. It's horrifying.
Oh no, not this one.
Thank you for
Prepare your eyes.
Okay. Now this is a Halloween thing.
Prepare your eyes.
This is Halloween.
Look at this thing. Absolutely horrifying, dude. It's horrifying, dude.
Dude, this is crazy, man.
Thank you.
So again, this only comes out on Halloween.
Yeah, rightfully so. There was a time that was hanging around.
There was a time that was year round as well.
Yes.
What's the origin of that?
Someone made a really it was from one of your thumbnails.
Yeah. That was for the thumbnail when I won the DSOD movie tickets.
Yeah.
Someone took that, they superimposed the hands, they put me in a window, and then
it was so creepy.
It's creepy, dude. Honestly, and I'll be honest, and I've said this to Ivrea before. That sometimes scares me.
It's scary.
Like when I had that hanging up in the basement, it would jump scare me, and it's like that's me.
That's you.
Like I'm scaring myself.
The Aaron Rodgers scares me at least once a day.
No, the Aaron Rodgers one. Yeah.
Thank you, dude. What the heck, man?
I also have the Aaron Rodgers.
I do. I have like the same one.
Yeah. I also have the Aaron Rodgers.
All of us tough guys.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, legends.
Yeah. So yes, the cardboard cutouts still do exist.
New York legends.
Yeah, New York.
The salaryman we'll have displayed for Jump Festa for
played
sure.
The same amount of snaps for the Jets so far.
True.
Crystal Colden, thank you for the $2 donation. I want a reaction to learning about Yui's carding. Udius, because it's his best friend, and Yuimu because he's her older brother. Stop the music, show their shocked expression, then the reality hits. That could be
powerful.
A pretty powerful montage. I don't know how they're going to handle it. I think Udius will probably be more upset. I mean, Udius, we got a shot this episode where Udius looked very kind of down and like out of it.
He was faced away from us.
Yes. Yeah. And like it was right in the war room and he just looked kind of down and disappointed. And got to be so exhausting for him, right? He finally ends this war that's been going on for potentially hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Finally ends it. He's coming back to Earth to just relax, be with his friends, and just live a normal life.
And he ends up right back in. Yeah.
And he ends up right back in a war. Mm-hmm. Like, that sucks, dude. And I think you could tell how exhausted he is from all the fighting in this episode. And so now that Yuki is gonna die, definitely, well, has died, the closest person to him, closer than Yuga and Go Ayuna were, that's gonna hit for him.
Yeah.
Yuumu, I think, will take a more logical approach. I'd be surprised if she got emotional.
Yeah, I can't see it.
I think she'll
be graceful.
She'll almost trigger just into it fueling her. Like we now we really need to get this done because they're getting closer and closer to all of us.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Exactly. Rather than oh no, we're doomed. My brother.
All my friends are
100%. Angie, thank you so much for the $25 donation. Woo! Very generous donation. Calber, do you mind reading that?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I want to bring something down that pertains to this message, so I'll be right back.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
What is it?
I got it. Angie, thank you for the $25. I missed the callbacks to the 8-foot Jersey Devil, so here is my contribution to the future 8-foot Jersey Devil statue.
Wow. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but
I mean, it could.
It'll never happen.
But it does make me think he's going to bring something Jersey Devil-esque down.
He has more than one thing to bring.
Oh, I know. He could bring them all.
He could bring,
Yeah.
The shirt. He could bring the.
He can bring it all.
I think I know what it is.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's in the.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
The Copacabana upstairs. That's what it's called.
No, it's not at all what it's called.
Anyway, thank you, Angie.
We'll circle back around to that though.
Pink, thank you for the $2. What's really interesting about Ron is that while she's clearly a part of the same Nanahoshi clan as Ron's and Rinosuke, and is clearly a reference to Ron's, her hair color is similar to Nanaho's. Wonder if the branch Nanahoshi clan will be referenced.
Oh.
That's actually a good question and a good point. Because, like you said, it seems she is a reference to Ron's mostly kind of personality-wise. They're similar. But the color of the hair is definitely closer to Nanaho, which kind of makes you... And maybe it's just their way of connecting her to both groups, like the twins,
right,
Rinzu Rinosuke, and then also to Nanaho.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe they just kind of try to combine it into it so that it's one reference for all.
Yeah.
But it would be very interesting if they did kind of branch into that part of the past a little bit too.
Definitely. I mean, you have to figure they're probably all family, so there has to be somewhere where they tie back.
Yeah, and somewhere where they split into
the branch
kind of different groups.
Yeah.
So I don't, the dreams of the 8-foot Jersey Devil statue are probably over. Is this rendering in?
Yeah, but you're not looking at the camera. There you go.
But I did get this is like a 1 foot, I think.
He looks very very muscular.
Masculine.
Yeah.
There's a masculine energy about him.
He's got that testosterone.
Yeah.
So this is
jacked.
He is pretty jacked. Yeah, he looks more humanoid than I would have expected. He got someone. Yeah, Pink said he looks like you.
Me?
Yeah.
Thank you, Pink.
Because he's muscular. Yeah.
Just the muscles, right?
Well,
his head's a little bigger than mine.
So hopefully one day I will get an 8-foot version of this commissioned.
Maybe one day. Yeah.
It won't happen.
I don't know.
Ivrea will not let it happen.
Yeah, that's right.
She won't let it happen, and that's sad.
It is sad.
It is sad because I would love an 8-foot statue of this on the front lawn, just like the guy's got the bull on the front lawn. What's the difference?
The buffalo.
Yeah, the buffalo. I would say this is more Jersey than a buffalo. There's no buffaloes in New Jersey.
Not naturally, no. You're right.
Yeah,
not anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I let's come on, man. Yeah. But she did compromise and say if I got one commissioned that was 6 or 7 feet, and I wanted to put it in my office or the basement, she's okay with that. Apparently, it'd be a concern to display it because the neighbors might think weird of us.
They might think you're in some sort of cult.
But it's the Jersey Devil. It's not the Mothman.
Same. I mean, I think you could make a case for a cult about the Jersey Devil.
I don't know. I don't know, Chad. I know that's not what you wanted to hear. I know that's not what Angie wanted to hear. I'm going to do my best over the years to try to,
work on her.
To try to persuade her on that. But yeah, this is kind of a mini-sized Jersey Devil made out of wood, and I really like it. It's very high quality. So it's in the display cabinet I have upstairs. But guys, what an episode, man.
What an episode.
Episode 55. Oh, episode 56, excuse me. Do you want to know an idea that I got?
Yeah, let me hear it.
I calculated it. It would take about 2.5 days, to watch the dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX from start to finish.
Without stopping.
Mm-hmm. So a stream idea would have to be on Twitch. Is
a nonstop
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX dub watch along.
I'm in.
Obviously, you can come and go as you please.
I'm in.
Come 4 hours, leave for
in for all 2 days.
You can sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
No sleep.
But no, I have to watch it.
I'd set it up on an HD TV right here. And we'd all have chairs here. We'd sit back. We'd watch. We'd talk to chat. We'd commentate.
I would talk shit on show the entire
That's
time.
fine. It's Twitch. Yeah. So
we also do it on Kick.
Well,
or Mixer.
Mixer. All right. We're working on that. We'll probably do that one day, but I'm still waiting for my voice to heal. But I will say we're at the end of another podcast, 3 straight nights. Yeah. I feel pain, but my voice is here, and that's important. My voice is not normally. My voice is raspy at this point. Sheesh! I still have my falsetto.
Yeah, you're getting there.
So that's
progress is being made.
A good sign. It's painful for me to talk right now, but definitely a good sign that my voice is here.
Sheesh!
All right, listen. You guys are amazing. I want to thank each and every one of you for. I think we were over 100 viewers again tonight, which is crazy. So
yeah, that's crazy.
To all of you guys that support this podcast, thank you so much. Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush right now is insane, and I am super, super here for it. We are going to get spoiled over this next year.
Sure.
And we are less than 233 days from Yu-Gi-Oh! 9's announcement, which is super, super exciting. These two do some amazing work. Pete and Dredger, I'll say real quick. Pete runs a YouTube channel, Clueless Gamers, link down below. Give him a follow. Dredger streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/Dredgenator, link down below. Give him a follow. We look forward to having both of them back on the podcast, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Absolutely.
These two also do some great work in their own content creation spheres. Before I get to that, Pink Penguin, thank you for the $2 donation. Do you believe we will see Monster Reborn in this show? Or another question, do you guys think we'll get a Rush Duel Super Poly? Either one would be super cool.
Monster Reborn, maybe.
Rush Duel Super Poly Yu-Gi-Oh! 9. I know that's crazy bold because we don't even know if Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 is going to be Rush Duel.
But I like it.
I think Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 will be Super Poly. I think that's where we'll get it. And Super Poly for you too, because I know you didn't watch Deep into GX. Really strong fusion spell card that allows you to use materials from your opponent's side of the field. Yes. Oh. And very, very, very iconic in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very cool.
Super Poly is a quick play, but
by Yu-Gi-Oh! 9, we don't know.
Yes. I didn't also view it as a direct Super Poly. We just got a fusion card that allows you to use materials in your grave. I don't think we'll get the name Super Polymerization, but could we get, Rush Fusion where you can use both sides of the field that acts like a Super Poly that isn't a quick spell? I can totally see that.
They call it like Super Rush Poly.
Yeah, something like that where it's not a quick spell, but it still has the same effects as Super Poly where you can use materials from both sides of the field. That's how I interpreted the question. I could see something like that, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And Monster Reborn, maybe.
Yeah. Do you want me to...
Yeah, and then promote. But Pink, thank you so much.
Gravity Hero donated $5, and Gravity Hero said, "Hey guys, I think that at this point, the Go Rush is done with the cryptids."
It seems that way. It does unfortunately seem that
I
way.
think so as well.
It's too soon to say, but I think that, yeah.
What do you think, though?
I don't think so.
You still holding out hope for the Mad Gasser and Mattoon?
Yeah.
Mothman.
No, because they already did West Virginia. They're not going to do
West Virginia.
They would have done Mothman at this point.
Take me home.
Mad Gasser's probably too obscure.
Probably.
Country roads.
I guess they haven't done like a Bigfoot.
Loveland Frog.
Was Yeti Yukio? I guess he was supposed to be the Yeti. Yeah. Or like the Michigan Dog Man.
Yeah.
Like there's still some pretty big cryptids they could do. Squonk.
Right
here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That's just Jupiter.
Country roads.
All right, these two do some great stuff. Please give them a follow. If you guys want to promote, go right ahead.
All right, so I stream over on Twitch. My name is Calbreezy. That's CALBREEZY. I usually stream FPS games. Valorant's really the game that I've been playing the most recently. I haven't streamed in a little while, but I go to Texas tomorrow. I come back next week. Work starts to slow down, so I'm hoping it's kind of the perfect storm. I can start jumping back into different games and everything. I know there's some other new games that I've seen come out that I kind of want to try. There's like this new Disney racing game that's on Steam that you can get. I might try and play that. And you know, there's a new Star Wars game. I don't know if I'm gonna get that yet, but there's a bunch of stuff coming out. So I'm gonna take a look at some of that, and then as Angie said, maybe GTA 5 in the future. Us doing just anything, whether it's heists or whatever we do
chaos.
online. The chaos that we create online there. So that could also be another thing that we do. But yeah, that's all I got.
Nice, very nice. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/NickFightsMoms. A little bit of variety streaming. You know, I had done some retro gaming in the past. Somewhat recently, Fire Emblem 6, the one with Roy. But also in Minecraft. Lately, the last stream I've done was GTA 5, where I just kind of went around, performed some daily tasks, killed a bunch of people. You know, it's a lot of fun. We kind of just go crazy. So if you want to see me just wreak havoc, tune into those. I stream Monday nights, typically at like 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And occasionally, and I'm definitely overdue for one, I do some music streams where I stream, I do a live music performance of a repertoire of covers of songs I like, as well as my own original music. And if you're into that original music, you can find it on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, you name it, and you can find it under Nameling. And I have an EP, a couple singles, a split, and maybe a single in the near future leading up to an album.
Let's go.
So if you want to stay up to date on that, follow me on all social media platforms at NamelingNJ.
Follow them for sure. Caliber, Nick T, thank you for taking time out of your week to come here and do this. I want to thank all of you as well, because you always give me the most valuable thing that we have, and that is time. So thank you for coming here. Thank you for participating in the chat. To everyone who super chatted and donated some of your hard-earned money, I do not take that for granted, and I'm super grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much. You guys are all incredible. I'm still not at 100%, but definitely there's some encouraging signs here. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys. Good night. Love you.